For the past 6 years, Mount Kilimanjaro sat quietly in the background of my life. I dreamt about climbing it in between my meetings, project deadlines, and emails. Then one day, I quit. I quit my job at Microsoft, and then there were no more Teams meeting, no more pings, and no more climbing up the corporate ladder. I told my husband to pack his bag for the adventure of our lifetime. So we packed our bags, said goodbye to our routine, and decided to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Because apparently, walking uphill for 7 days, not showering, and being disconnected from the world somehow sounded like a great vacation idea, especially for a newlywed couple. This is a story of how two people voluntarily signed up to climb the tallest mountain in Africa, one step and one breath at a time. Welcome to our Kilimanjaro documentary, and let's do this. Our day one began in the quiet yet humble city of Moshi, where we had spent the night getting ready to begin the journey. But like most real adventures, things didn't go quite as planned. Our luggages got lost in transit, but luckily we squeezed in just enough of the essentials into our day packs, and the excitement of climbing Mount Kilimanjaro kept us going. Our journey officially began at the Lemoshe gate, where we signed in and took our first steps on the Lemoshe route. Still, a little bit tired from the travel, a little bit underpacked, but completely ready to begin. We were accompanied by our team full of porters and guides, without whom this would have been impossible. On this day, we hiked through the lush green forest trail. The trees gave us plenty of shade from the sun, and before we knew it, we had reached our first camp. Jumbo from Tanzania. This is the day one of the Mount Kilimanjaro trek, and currently we are at the first camp. It's called the Biggie Tree Camp, and we got here probably like 15 minutes ago. We've got our tent right there. Kitchen is over there. There is the bathroom. The local time is almost 5:30, and I want to show you guys the setup that we have going on right now. There we have our bed, our bags. We're gonna do a little bit of prep later on for the night, and here we have our table. Let me show you guys. So we've got ourselves some tea and some popcorns and some biscuits to go with the tea. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Good morning. This is day number 2. The local time is 7 a.m. right now, and schedule for today is we'll start hiking at 7:45 a.m. today. The target is walking 17 kilometer, and we'll see, how all of this is gonna go. But yeah, today we're gonna be walking 17 kilometer. Yesterday we did roughly 7 kilometer, which really wasn't that bad. Also, if you're wondering, we're doing this trek through the Lemoshe route, and the duration of the total trek is 7 days. 5 days to get up there and 2 days to get back down to the city. It's really beautiful out here. It's a bit chilly, but the sun is coming out and you can see how green it is over here. Our second day kicked off with a fresh morning and a long journey ahead of us, which was 17 kilometers to cover. We started off walking through the lush greenery again, feeling the coolness of the early hours. But as we climbed higher, the forest slowly started fading behind us, and suddenly, no more shade, just open sky, and the sun glaring down on us. As the day went on, the temperature started climbing too, and that long trail began to feel even longer. The heat kicked in, the pace slowed down, and the hike definitely started to test us a little bit. But with the sky partially clear, we were lucky enough to catch our first real glimpse of Mount Kilimanjaro in the distance, and that kept us moving forward. We so far have walked probably 7 kilometers. From here, it's going to be another 10-kilometer walk, but we've been told that we have completed all the uphill one, so it's going to be pretty flat and straight walking from here. So I'm really excited for that because I was getting really exhausted with all the uphill walking. But we're going to go up this way. Somewhere between this hike, we're going to be taking a break for lunch, but for now, we're going to start the hike. We just made it to our first stop, and this is where we're gonna have lunch. As you can see, everybody has got their tent. We'll be here for like an hour, have lunch, and get a little bit of the rest. We have our tent right behind me. We've got the chairs. My husband is right there. We're only halfway through. We still have halfway to go. Also, wow, the clouds are moving really, really fast. As you can see, like it's a bit windy out here. Starting off with avocado. After a quick lunch break and some rest to recharge, we set off again, this time towards our final stop of the day, which was Siratu Camp, which sat at the elevation of 3,850 meters. The trail felt long and dry. With the heat beating down on us, I couldn't wait to get to our campsite. And just when our legs were really starting to complain, we made it.
That's one happy girl right
We
there.
made it right on time for tea. Never has a simple cup of tea felt so well earned and so well deserved. It felt so good to be at our campsite at last. Good morning. It is day number 3 and the local time is 6:15 right now. We got our ginger tea, so starting the morning with that. I barely could fall asleep last night. It just felt so cold. We have a 10-kilometer hike today. As for my guide, it's gonna be somewhat of uphill and also a downhill hike. Right now we're around like 3,800 meter, and we're gonna go up to 4,000 meter and come down to 3,900 meter. So this is all to acclimatize. My body is kind of sore from all the hiking that we did yesterday, but I know we're gonna make it to the. See you guys. We're almost 2 hours into this hike and we've made it pretty far. You can see the hill over there is the Machame route. I saw people walking and I thought it was just rocks because it kind of looks like it's steady from here. But our guide said, like, those are the people walking. I don't think you can see it in the camera. So the rock over there is Lava Tower.
Yes.
And we are
going to stop for lunch but also it's good for acclimatization.
Mm-hmm.
And the good acclimatization is climb higher and sleep low. So
Yeah.
it's helped us a lot to acclimatize and our body to be reactive ready for the high altitude. One team, one dream, we are doing very good.
And I think one best way to keep myself motivated as we're climbing is not really focus on the final stop and just focus on one step at a time. So sometimes, you can get demotivated looking how far your final stop is. And I'm trying my best not to look at the final stop. But, there are times I'm asking my guide how far the stop is and things like that. But definitely taking one step at a time. And as they say,
Pole pole, hakuna matata.
Hakuna Matata. See you guys later. What started as a dry, hot hike through open terrain quickly turned into something else. The weather began shifting fast. One moment we were sweating in the sun, the next we were layered up and walking into the cold fog that rolled in out of nowhere. But finally, through the mist and the chill, we made it to the campsite where we were going to have our lunch.
Jambo!
Jumbo!
Hakuna Matata.
Our home! This is where we're gonna have our lunch. Kitchen.
Where's Team Raha? Where's Team Raha?
The weather is changing pretty quickly. So this morning I started with 4 layers. Thermal, t-shirt, fleece, and then jacket. And then it warmed up pretty quickly, so I took off a couple of layers. But now I have like 3 layers. I think I'm good over there, but I want to put my hat on because it's kind of cold and I don't want to get any headache later on. So, I love noodles. It felt pretty amazing after walking in the sun all morning that we got to enjoy a little bit of the chilly weather. On the menu, we had noodles, chicken, and fresh fruit. And let me tell you, those hot noodles felt like a warm hug. Sitting there, hands wrapped around the steaming bowl, keeping the chill out. It was the pure comfort. For the next hour, we just soaked it in the cold air, the drifting fog, and the warmth from our food. It was just a perfect little break that we needed before heading back on the trail.
Oh, we came down to 3,900.
We just made it to our camp, which is Barranco Camp. So we're gonna be spending the night here. And the elevation here is 3,900 meter. The camp where we had the lunch was at 4,600 meter. So we came down to climatize. So we'll be spending the night here, but you can see it's foggy weather, which is absolutely my favorite kind of weather. So I'm really happy to experience this here in Kilimanjaro. And it also just started to drizzle, so I'm absolutely loving this. There are mountains behind, but it just is so foggy that we can't see anything right now. But just look how pretty this is. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Good morning. This is day number 4, and we just had a big breakfast, and now we're leaving our camp. We're about to get started with our hike for the day. The total distance we're gonna cover today is only 4 kilometers. So you see the hill back there. We're gonna make our way all the way up and then down. I think we're gonna go up to 4,600 meters today. Right now we're at the elevation of 3,900 meters. So we're gonna go up and then go down to 3,900 meters again. I think it's gonna be an easy day for us.
And that's the hill that we are gonna go up. I don't know if you can see like all the tiny people walking up there, but yeah, that's the way we're gonna go. We left our camp right over there, and we're on the other side of the hill. You can see, like, people making their way up. So it's a bit of an uphill walk, so it definitely takes a lot of breath and energy.
The hike on this day, hands down, was the toughest hike yet. I mean, it didn't really sound bad when our guide said it was only 4 kilometers. But the catch was, in those 4 kilometers, we were gaining 700 meters of elevation. That meant every step felt like pushing up a giant wall of mountain. I could feel the altitude creeping in with every step. But then you look around and see the guides and the porters just cruising past, carrying this huge load. Honestly, they are the real heroes of Kilimanjaro. And on this day, I truly had the immense respect towards them for making this happen for people like us.
Right, Kaka.
This is day 4, and this is gonna be our final destination for today. The local time is 12 p.m. right now, so we started our hike at 8:08 in the morning. And the last climb was really hard because I think it was because of the sun. I'm glad like we're here right now.
Cool.
As you can see, like I took off most of my layerings and still like it was so hot. But yeah, we're gonna take some time to cool down. We have nowhere to go today, so this is gonna be our home for the rest of the day.
The lunch,
Lunch was good, dinner was good, tummy is full. This is the end of day 4. We're at the Moronco camp, and right now what you're seeing is the beautiful sunset. Right over there is the Mount Meru, and as you can see, it's a beautiful golden hour. And over there you see those little lights. That's the Moshi town where we started this journey. Good morning, guys. This is day number 5. I'm not sure what the local time is because my phone died, but it's a morning time, and you can see everyone around us on this camp is just getting ready for breakfast. And we're also getting ready for breakfast. It's a beautiful weather. Sun's out, it's really warm. I feel like I'm experiencing this good kind of warm after such a long time. So we decided to bring our breakfast table outside so that we can enjoy our morning breakfast and coffee out in the open. I think we only have like 3 hours of walking today. Currently we are at the Moronco camp, and it is just a little bit below 4,000 meters, so it's not bad. In terms of the trek so far, and with the elevation, we're doing fine. So today we're gonna be walking 3 hours, and we go to the base camp and we stay there overnight, and we wake up at midnight to do the summit. Look at the coffee my husband made for me. I'm gonna take a first sip of my coffee, and here he goes. And let me show you guys what we're having for breakfast. There's porridge. I'm not gonna show you guys the porridge, it's just a porridge, but I don't know what this is. It kind of looks like it's maybe like fried banana. If not, then it could be like potato or something. And we've got like bread, and we have like peanut butter and jelly out here, and we've got like 2 boiled eggs here, and yay for this breakfast.
After the breakfast, we got back on the trail. It was the last hike before the summit. the last stretch before everything I had been dreaming about. There was so much excitement, but along with that came a whole lot of emotions. The hike itself was short, but it was no walk in the park. We were under an open sky, the sun beating down on us, climbing a steep trail with plenty of elevation gain. Our legs really felt every step, but with each step, it brought us closer to the dream that I had been holding on to for so long, which was to stand on top of Mount Kilimanjaro.
We're almost there, but not there yet. And every step is taking a lot of energy, a lot of effort. We are almost here at the Baraf camp, which is the base camp for Mount Kilimanjaro. It is the end of day 5. We're currently in our tent. We're trying to get some sleep now. Tomorrow is gonna be a big day. It's a summit day, and we have probably 6 hours of walk depending on how everything goes. We're gonna wake up at around 11 p.m. tonight, and hopefully we'll start our ascent by midnight. So yeah, it's a big day. I'm very excited, and if I have made it this far, then I have a faith that I'm gonna make it to the summit. But with that, see you guys at the summit. Good morning, guys. It is almost midnight, and we're getting ready for the summit. Last night I barely could sleep because it was windy, and I don't know, I couldn't sleep well, but I feel like I'm ready. So let's see how all of this is gonna go, but I'm hopeful that we're gonna make it to the top. I know it's gonna be a little challenging, but I think we're ready for the challenge.
On this day, we woke up before midnight, running on just a few hours of sleep. This was the day we had been working towards. So before setting off, we gathered for a quick prayer, asking for strength and safe passage. Our guide gave us the final briefing, reminding us how important it was to truly listen to our bodies out there. The mountains, as beautiful as it is, can also be unforgiving. Most of us had never experienced terrain like this before, so we knew we had to be mindful of every step and every breath. And with those words in our minds and the summit on the horizon, we began our climb into the cold and dark night.
Hello, quick update. We're currently at 5,100 meter elevation. I think we've been walking for 1.5 hours, probably 2 hours, not more than that, and we still have a long way to go. We're just taking a quick break for water and for some energy, so we'll keep you guys posted how things are gonna go. So far I'm doing well in terms of the elevation. Maybe I feel like a tiny bit of headache. We'll keep going as far as we can, and hopefully we make it to the summit. Peace out.
Even though we started the hike full of energy, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro turned out to be one of the toughest things I've ever done. There were moments I wanted to give up. The altitude hit me harder than I ever imagined. With a pounding headache, waves of nausea, and a hike that felt endless, it was the quiet voice in my head whispering to walk just a little further. It was a true test of willpower. Physically, I did not feel okay, and when I finally reached the summit, a part of me was already thinking about getting back to the base camp. But in that moment, I reminded myself to be present, to really live and feel it, because moments like this may never come twice. And lastly, I couldn't have done it without my husband, who walked beside me every step of the way, supporting me, cheering me on, and sharing this incredible journey. This climb will always be close to my heart because I got to experience something so special with the person I love the most.
Sometimes things happen beyond your control, as if they have a life of their own. Choices you make, what appears to be right, seems you just have no say. As if you're a witness to your own mistakes, it's easy to play along. After you see what the choices came to be, like a storm that's passed on. Oh, the brain down the drain. Oh, the fuse, the abuse. Oh, please, storm fell trees. Oh, the fight